Hey guys, and welcome back. And in this video, I have something special for you, and that's the brand new Radtel RT-950. This is a 10-watt radio with 3 VFOs and spectral analyzer, HF, shortwave, and medium wave receive, Bluetooth programming, GPS and APRS, and also the Pro version will have 27 MHz transmit. However, the Pro version still isn't on sale, so if you really don't care about that, you can just buy the regular version now. This video just launched yesterday on the Radtel website for $79, and if you use the link in the video description and the code TAC during checkout, you will receive a 5% discount. The radio also launched today on AliExpress, so I'll be leaving all of the links and discount codes for AliExpress also in the video description, and I will be updating them with the RT-950 Pro links and discount codes when available. And now let's get started with the unboxing, and also I would like to say thank you to Radtel for providing me with an early sample. And this, along with the RT-880, will probably be the best two radios on the market for under $500, and both of them are actually under $100. So yeah, you literally get everything. And now let's open it up and see what's in the box. So the battery comes installed in the radio because in some countries you cannot ship products with the battery separated from the device. And that's the radio itself. Please keep in mind that this is an early sample because I also didn't receive the instruction manual. That wasn't ready yet. In the box, there's also the GP328 Plus programming cable, although you don't really need it because you can program it via Bluetooth. However, if you want to do firmware upgrades, then I recommend getting one, if it doesn't come as standard. You also get a USB Type-C charging cradle, and it's rated for 8.7 volts and 500 milliamps. The charging brick, and it's 5 volts and 1 amp. USB-C cable, hand strap, belt clip, and also the antenna. I'm gonna clear the table and then we'll look at the radio. One more thing that I like about the design of this radio is that it looks really similar with the Motorola APX P25 Police radios. So I think that's great. So Radtel changed the power on tone, and I think it sounds better. And there it is, guys. You have the big color screen, the 3 VFOs, and I think this radio is gorgeous. On the side you have the GP328 Plus connector, and it's hidden under that cover. On the back you have the belt clip connector. Also it says restricted to occupational use. On the side you have 3 PTTs and 1 programmable side key, and you also have a USB-C charging port straight on the battery, which is something I really like. And now let's have a quick look at the keypad. And on a side note, I am partially responsible for the design of it. From here you can change between VFO and channel mode. From here you can select A, B, or C. And also all of the number keys are programmable, and I'm going to show you that a bit later when I go through the menu. But first I want to show you the main functions of the radio, and first one will be the spectral analyzer, and I programmed it to key number 1. And I'm not sure what that transmission is, something digital maybe. You can move the squelch line up or down from the keypad or from the channel selector knob, and with this radio it's a real channel selector knob, unlike the RT-880 that had a second antenna port underneath. From the hash key you can change the scan step. The star key changes modulation between FM and AM, but probably SSB will be added with the firmware update. The menu button changes the step size all the way up to 25 kilohertz. And now I'll show you a couple of the different functions that I programmed to the keypad. So number 2 is changing modulation on any frequency. Number 3 is frequency copy. So if there's any radio transmission nearby, you'll be able to see it. And you can change to VHF, from the menu button. On some radios, it's the hash key, the star key, but this one is the OK button. Number 4, I set it to transmit power. Number 5 is the crossband repeater mode, step size, offset for repeaters, direction, and zones. Also, you can program zones straight from the keypad, so you can add all of the zones, or you can use the Bluetooth programming option or the programming cable and the CPS. On the side key, I added the radio option. So right now it's on FM radio. By pressing the OK button, I can select save channels or the modulation. So if I go to AM, now I'll also have the work band option. So from here I can select between shortwave, medium wave, and long wave. So right now I can select between 2 and 21 megahertz. And you can select between 18 and all the way up to 999 megahertz straight from the VFO. And the HF receive works really well. However, I wasn't able to pick up anything this time with any of my radios, including the RT-880. So now I'm going to go back to work band and I'm going to select medium wave. So right now I'm down all the way into kilohertz. And now let's have a look at the Bluetooth programming. And by the way, the D-pad actually goes up and down and left and right. So just gonna turn on Bluetooth. And now I'm gonna use the walkie-talkie app. And you don't need an account for this. You click on connect Bluetooth, select the walkie-talkie, select the model. And this is actually the first time I'm doing this. And you click read. And that took approximately 25 seconds. And that's what the walkie-talkie app looks like. These are your channel options. So from the top, you can select the zones. And you can select which channel you want to edit or save on. You can also select encryption. You can select a modulation. For example, if you're saving frequencies on the military airband. Also, you can disable transmit on certain channels. And that's a really useful feature because maybe you're going to save some military airband channels, police, fire department, and you don't want to accidentally transmit there. You also have to offset everything for the repeaters. And looking at the frequency mode, this is basically VFO. You can just change everything from the keypad. So not really that useful. And over here you have the radio options. Timeout timer, beep, speak prompt. Language is English and Chinese. Transmit end tone. You can also program the side keys. You can also save the channels for the radio function. So this is for AM. So that's shortwave, medium wave, and HF. And over here you can save them for the actual FM broadcast radio. And apologies that I'm stumbling around a bit. This is my first time using this app. However, it's quite intuitive. I'm sure I could easily program the radio from here. You can also select a profile with pre-saved channels, but you need to be logged in the app for that. And you can also select repeaters. So you select your area and you just load them into radio. So that's extremely useful. After you finish, you just hit write and the app will write to the radio and you're good to go. And now I'm gonna disconnect the radio. And now let's have a look at the actual menu itself. And the first one is Vox. For those of you that don't know, when Vox is set on, it opens up the microphone whenever you're talking, so you don't have to press the PTT. You have the zones, and you can add zones straight from the keypad. The VFO and channel settings. You can also select the modulation for any frequency, so that's really useful for the military airband. Here you have the CTCSS and DCS codes. It actually did a really good job on the menu with this radio. It's really well organized. And also, as I mentioned previously, the D-pad moves up and down and left and right. So that's really nice. In the radio settings, you have the squelch, transmit power, bandwidth, scramble, standby set, and battery save. Busy lockout, DOT, tell noise, receive tone, scan mode, Roger beep, and SOS mode. APRS set, and I'm gonna switch it to off, and you'll actually see that it will show a battery save option. So right now probably the battery will last a lot longer. That's the GPS. From here you can select the position, time zone, distance unit, beacon setup. You have your SSID, my position, custom icons, call sign, repeater settings, beacon type, next one is user key, and that's where you can select different functions to different keys. On the side key you actually have a few less options. So you have spectrum, scan, radio, search, and that's it. But if you go to the keypad, you have radio, Vox, search, spectrum, NOAA, scan, QT, squelch, frequency step, transmit power, channel memory, zone select, standby set, CTCSS, DCS, frequency offset, frequency direction, modulation, tone TX, transfer, GPS switch, APRS. So a lot of customizable options. That's the Bluetooth that I showed earlier. Signaling, that's where you can transmit your PTT ID. Settings, so you have the beep prompt, the voice, keypad lock, backlight, menu out time, power on display. You can select between picture and voltage when you turn it on. And language is English and Chinese. I have to mention that because for some radios it's English and Russian. And as for this radio, the software version is 0.20 and hardware version is 1. And that was it for this video. Cheapest links and coupons will be in the video description. I will be receiving the RT-950 Pro version soon, so I'll also do an unboxing and review video of that as well. Also on Monday, I should be receiving the brand new Radtel RT-6D Pro DMR radio. And as soon as I get that, I'll be making a video and unboxing. And full disclosure, I actually had a RT-6D early sample for testing for almost 2 months now, but I couldn't make a video of it. But I can confirm that it will probably be the best sub $500 DMR radio on the market. It's the same firmware and spectrum analyzer as the RT-880, which in my opinion has the best spectrum on any radio, period. Probably on par with the RT-950. And the RT-6D final version that I'm getting on Monday will have a different keypad layout and latest firmware. So as soon as I get it, I'll be doing a proper unboxing and review video of that one. I'll also be making a video comparison between the RT-950 Pro and the RT-880G. So if you guys want to see that, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification icon so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Leave a like, drop a comment. You can also support my channel by buying me a coffee by scanning the QR code on the screen or using the link from the video description. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care and 7-3.